If this content was good, please leave a like and give me some praise in the comments. If it was bad, leave a dislike and let me know how horrible I was. Thank you. And if you like the sound of my voice, feel free to subscribe. Okay, so this is a PvP build which uses earthen skills and the bear form to gain crowd control and defensive attributes. Just gonna show you the items. Pause if you need to. Here is the skill tree. Also pause here if you need to. You can of course change that a tiny bit if you want more crowd control or if you want more defense. Just gonna show you actually, like, if you want more crowd control you can like put some more electricity here, I think. Rather, these will increase your damage. I don't think there is more crowd control, never mind about that. You can increase your damage a bit by using vulnerability here, here. And you can increase your defense through these ones here. And like fortify is a very big part of this build. To gain fortify, do more damage and have more defense. We actually need to attack a bit to use this build properly. And here's the spirit boons. As you can see, these are what you should use. Not this one, but yeah, this one. Masochistic. And let's see. For your sockets you need maximum life on your armor and gear, critical strike damage to crowd controlled units on your weapons, and armor on your rings. So yeah. And for your paragon you should go for this wait, let's see, you should go for this bear build here, this bear, the bear gate, and then you need to go for the earthen gate as well. Those two are the ones that you need. I'm not sure what they're called right now, but yeah, those are the two you should go for. The one that is specialized for bears and the one that is specialized for earthen skills. Those are the two important ones. And for the stats to prioritize, it's like the usual thing for druids. It's critical strike chance and damage. That increases your damage and your chance to proc certain things, so you become more tanky by getting health, as an example, by doing critical strike damage. You could also increase your stun or like crowd control resistance. That's also good stats to go for. Otherwise you can just increase your skills a lot with your gear. Then otherwise it's like willpower and strength is probably two stats to use as well. Okay, so this build is basically based around using your earth spike to like crowd control or get your spirit up. A combination of both. So if you crowd control, you actually use that one to stun them so they can't fight back. You have a certain chance to stun them. And if you just spam earth spike, you usually stun them a little bit and you gain your spirit up, and then you can actually do damage with your landslide. That's the one that does the damage. So when you have spirit you just use landslide, and it also crowd controls them, but it doesn't really stun them, it just immobilizes them so they can fight back when you use landslide. They can't fight back when you stun them with earth spike. So you have to combine those two when you feel like it's fit to like try to stun them or try to damage them. Usually you just want to damage them most of the time, but when you're in a weak situation where you really can't damage them, you probably want to try and stun them a bit until you can. Then there is like 2 defensive buffs. It's Petrify and Earthen Bulwark. So you use Earthen Bulwark to gain a barrier. You also gain some fortitude by using it, so it's a very good choice to use the Earthen Bulwark for defensive reasons. Also, you become unstoppable with Earthen Bulwark, so they can't stun you and etc. So that's also good, useful in PvP. Then you have the Petrify, as I mentioned, where you stun your opponents so you can do all the damage on them and probably kill them quickly or get some kind of advantage by stunning them easily just by button press. The most effective stun, that is Petrify. Then you have Hurricane, which actually is useful because it increases the damage on all your earthen spells, because earthen spells in this build becomes shape-shifting spells, and shape-shifting spells is also improved, or rather werebearer spells is improved, I think it is. So when you use your Hurricane, you increase all your earthen damage as well. And the Hurricane itself gains more damage with time. That's probably not the most important part, but I chose to use it. You can probably change it if you want to. And then there is the Poison Creeper. That's also a crowd control, where you crowd control them to like make sure they can't run away from you. You want to kill them, you don't want them to run away, so you use Poison Creeper crowd control. And on top of that, you do more damage when you use Poison Creeper or someone. You do more critical strike damage, or chance is increased, so you do more damage. Your critical strike chance is increased when you have Poison Creeper, use your Poison Creeper on someone, and that way you do more damage. Also, they are crowd controlled, so it's an easy way to also gain more damage because you do more damage on crowd controlled players. So yeah, I guess that's the entire build. You just crowd control, defend yourself, and try to stun them, and then you have one spell to actually do the damage when you feel like you want to kill them, or when you feel like you want to do damage. So yeah, hopefully I've explained everything well enough. Yes, bye bye.